Welcome to Hitman 2016, everyone. I am Brandon Carey, and once again we will do an Elusive Target. This time, codename the Chameleon.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Richard M. Foreman, a skilled infiltrator believed to be working with the militia on an unknown operation on U.S. soil. The target is a highly skilled actor, and our files link him with a successful impersonation of billionaire Charles Vanderblatt, where he siphoned hundreds of millions out of the Vanderblatt accounts over the course of 3 weeks. The contract has two objectives: identifying and eliminating the target in an apparently accidental death such as a fall or drowning. Secondly, uncover files or data about the operation being planned. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
So this is the contract where I finally begun to question if I'm a good player at Hitman, and whether or not I might have been right about the modern lethal syringe, in that it is a good tool, but one where you have to use it very, very selectively. Because, much like the food critic, this didn't really go that well either. It didn't go well because I got very, very sloppy. And you'll see what I mean in a few moments. And I also think, now that I think about it, there's actually a pretty big reason why with both this and the food critic that I didn't do particularly well, because it's kind of the same problem, just not the same exact problem. And hopefully, by watching this video, you will learn from my mistakes and do better yourself when you do elusive targets.
Good morning, 47. Welcome to Colorado. The target is notorious for changing his appearance and mannerisms. You will need to sweep the compound to locate him. Remember, you must eliminate the target in a manner that appears accidental. Avoid explosives, as these are too likely to draw close attention.
So while Diana says that he's notorious for changing his appearance and mannerisms, he's still the only person in the map wearing a blue suit, so who cares? He's the character that you see in the briefing. But first thing first, we gotta look for him. So one thing I like about this contract is that it forbids you from killing the target in an explosion.
It's a beautiful piece.
And it forces you to kill him in a way that looks like an accident. And I like that because it encourages you to be a lot sneakier about how you go about it. And it kind of prevents the easy strategy for killing these targets that I've used a number of times in previous videos, where you just take the rubber duck and throw it down and blow them up. So I appreciate that, and I really appreciate this mission. I just wish I had done better at it when I played it.
I'm impressed.
But, you'll see what I mean in a minute. I made some really, really easy mistakes to make if you're trying to overly stealth things. There's a very easy mistake you can make in this game where, because you want to be sneaky, you are highly adverse to engaging with anyone other than your target.
Hi there, grunt.
And that is often not the smartest way to play it. And you see what I mean with the food critic, where I didn't want to engage with the guards. I wanted to kill the target in the middle of the guards, which was not a smart move to make. And I also made the mistake of doing something very, very overt while there was a guard watching me. Even if I didn't realize he was watching me at the time, that was the mistake, was not was not looking at line of sight and not realizing that that guard on the other side, even though I distracted the bodyguard and the food critic, would detect me. And I make a similar mistake here for a different reason. This is not that mistake. This is something you can easily fix by just going behind the server. But now the evidence is gone, there's no risk of being detected on camera. So that's one problem down. But I still have to find my target, and I still have to figure out how I'm going to do the deed.
So you're saying that thing made Ezra Berg's interrogation mask?
That's what it does.
And it won't take me long to find him, because he's surprisingly easy to locate. He's right there. There's our target. Now, as you can see, there are three people, one guard and two hackers, that will wander into this room with him. The mistake I made was thinking that I could take advantage of a hole in their pattern when he's the only person in the room and poison him without anyone else looking at me.
Here's the paperwork signed and countersigned.
If I was a bit more cognizant of the area, what I should have done was take care of the two hackers and limit my focus only to having to worry about the one guard.
I'm here to inspect the G-12 thermobaric weapons.
Hello, recruit.
And you see, I almost made the mistake right here. And that should have been when I started thinking about what I was doing, but it wasn't. One of the things that I have now learned from both this and the previous Elusive Target, now that I've had the time to think about how I performed them, is that it's very important to be aware of who could detect you, and maybe just take care of those guys, and minimize the risk of further detection by just removing one or two people, and then working from there. Because it's not terrible to take care of a single person or a couple of people. It's terrible if you start taking care of everyone, because then you're going to eventually get caught. But I would have gotten away with it just fine if he hadn't have looked at the exact moment. And that was my undoing. Was not taking care of him. If I'd taken care of just one of those hackers, I would have been fine. I would have been absolutely fine, there would have been no risk, and I would have probably had the mission on lock. As it stands, I screwed up. And you'll see here I attempt to fix my mistake, but it didn't go over so well. And I didn't see that guy who was coming in from behind as I would push this guy out the window. It was way too late. Yeah, with that assault rifle there was no chance of me catching up. So I screwed up. Oh well. Catch you next time.